The wind howled through the barren trees, carrying with it the icy chill of a winter night in December. The moon hung low in the ink-black sky, casting an eerie glow on the desolate landscape. The small town of Ravenswood lay nestled between snow-covered hills, its streets deserted and houses shrouded in shadows. It was on this bone-chilling night that a group of friends, seeking a thrill, gathered at an old Victorian mansion on the outskirts of town. The mansion had long been abandoned, rumored to be haunted by the ghosts of a tragic family who once lived there. The tales spoke of mysterious disappearances, strange noises in the dead of night, and glimpses of ghostly figures wandering the premises. The friends, fueled by a mix of curiosity and bravado, trudged through knee-deep snow to reach the imposing mansion. The creaking gates swung open eerily as they approached, and the icy wind seemed to whisper warnings to turn back. Ignoring the ominous signs, they entered the mansion, their footsteps echoing through the grand foyer. The interior was frozen in time, with cobwebs hanging from ornate chandeliers and dust-covered furniture draped in white sheets. As the group explored the dark corridors, each room held secrets and untold stories. It wasn't long before strange occurrences began to unfold. Doors slammed shut on their own, and flickering candlelight cast long, distorted shadows on the walls. As the clock struck midnight, a piercing scream echoed through the mansion. Panic set in, and the friends gathered in the dimly lit parlor, their breath visible in the frigid air. Whispers of regret filled the room as they realized the gravity of their situation. The once silent mansion now seemed alive with unseen forces. One by one, the group started to disappear, swallowed by the darkness that enveloped the mansion. The remaining friends huddled together, their fear palpable in the cold air. Footsteps echoed down the hallway, but no one was in sight. The atmosphere became suffocating, the air thick with an otherworldly presence. In a desperate attempt to escape, the remaining friends decided to make their way to the mansion's attic, where an old, dusty Ouija board lay forgotten. Legend had it that communicating with the spirit world in this cursed mansion could reveal the truth behind the haunting. The group, shivering and terrified, gathered around the Ouija board, their hands trembling as they placed them on the planchette. The room grew even colder as they attempted to contact the spirits. To their horror, the planchette moved on its own, spelling out cryptic messages. The spirits seemed to communicate tales of betrayal, tragedy, and a dark family secret buried within the mansion's walls. As the friends listened in terror, the temperature dropped to an unbearable degree, their breath turning to frost in the air. A sudden gust of wind extinguished the candles, plunging the attic into complete darkness. The friends, now separated and disoriented, stumbled through the black void, their hands outstretched to find each other. Whispers surrounded them, echoing the torment of the spirits seeking revenge for long-buried sins. The friends soon realized they were not alone. Ghostly apparitions materialized before them, their hollow eyes filled with anguish and despair. The spirits of the tragic family, once confined to the shadows, now sought justice for the horrors that had befallen them. The friends, consumed by guilt, pleaded for mercy, but the spirits were relentless in their pursuit. As the night wore on, the mansion became a battleground between the living and the dead. The friends faced unimaginable horrors as they navigated through spectral illusions, each step leading them deeper into the mansion's twisted history. The winter night seemed endless, and the cold seeped into their bones, mirroring the chilling darkness that surrounded them. In the final moments of the night, as the first light of dawn approached, the surviving friends found themselves in the mansion's dilapidated basement. The truth of the family's tragedy unfolded before them, and the friends realized they were unwitting pawns in a supernatural vendetta. With the rising sun, the spirits retreated, leaving the friends shaken and traumatized in the cold, desolate basement. The mansion, once alive with paranormal activity, fell silent, and the friends emerged into the weak daylight, the horror of the winter night etched into their memories. As they stumbled out of the mansion, the town of Ravenswood greeted them with an eerie calmness. The winter horror story for that cold December night had come to an end, leaving the friends scarred and forever changed. The abandoned mansion stood as a silent witness to the secrets it held, waiting for the next group of unsuspecting souls to dare enter its haunted halls. The town of Northbridge, nestled deep in the heart of a wintry landscape, was known for its picturesque charm. However, as December settled in with biting cold and long dark nights, a sinister air hung over the once welcoming streets. The townsfolk spoke in hushed tones about the mysterious disappearances that occurred every winter, each one accompanied by a bone-chilling tale of horror. On this particular cold December night, a group of 5 friends decided to spend a weekend in a secluded cabin on the outskirts of Northbridge. The cabin, surrounded by dense woods and a blanket of untouched snow, seemed like the perfect escape from the mundane. Little did they know that the icy fingers of winter held secrets darker than they could imagine. As the friends settled into the warmth of the cabin, a heavy snowfall began, gradually covering the landscape in a thick layer of white. The flickering fire in the hearth cast dancing shadows on the walls, creating an illusion of warmth that belied the sinister atmosphere outside. The group gathered around a rustic wooden table, sipping hot cocoa and sharing laughter that echoed through the cabin. The camaraderie, however, was short-lived as an unexpected power outage plunged them into darkness. Candles flickered, casting eerie shadows that danced on the walls, and the howling wind outside added a layer of tension to the already unsettling atmosphere. Determined to make the best of the situation, the friends decided to share ghost stories to pass the time. Unbeknownst to them, their tales would soon intertwine with the haunting mysteries of Northbridge. As each friend recounted a story, strange occurrences began to unfold within the cabin. Objects moved on their own, and distant whispers echoed in the chilling wind that seeped through unseen cracks. Unease settled among the friends as they realized that the stories they shared might have awakened something dormant in the frigid air of Northbridge. One by one, the friends started experiencing vivid nightmares that blurred the lines between reality and the supernatural. The cabin itself seemed to be alive, its wooden walls groaning as if harboring a malevolent force. As the night wore on, the friends became increasingly paranoid, questioning each creak and rustle that echoed through the cabin. In a desperate attempt to find solace, they decided to explore the nearby woods, hoping the crisp winter air would clear their troubled minds. The moon cast an ethereal glow on the snow-covered trees as they ventured deeper into the forest. Unbeknownst to them, the woods held secrets older than the town itself. As they stumbled upon an ancient graveyard hidden in the heart of the forest, the reality of their situation became painfully clear. The gravestones bore the names of those who had vanished in previous winters, their stories intertwined with the very fabric of Northbridge. It became apparent that the town was cursed, and the friends had unwittingly become part of its dark narrative. A bone-chilling wind swept through the graveyard as the friends, gripped by fear, realized they were not alone. Ghostly figures emerged from the shadows, their hollow eyes fixated on the intruders. The spirits, tormented by the unresolved mysteries of their past, sought retribution. The friends, now faced with a supernatural reckoning, raced back to the cabin, their footsteps echoing in the silence of the winter night. The once welcoming refuge had transformed into a claustrophobic prison, trapping them with the vengeful spirits that lurked in the shadows. As the friends desperately tried to make sense of the unfolding nightmare, they uncovered a connection between the ghostly tales they shared and the tragic history of Northbridge. The cursed town demanded sacrifice, claiming those who dared to disturb its haunted slumber. In a final act of desperation, the friends gathered around a makeshift altar, hoping to appease the spirits and break the curse. The air grew colder, and the cabin seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy. Whispers of the past filled the room as the friends pleaded for mercy from forces they could not fully comprehend. As the first light of dawn broke through the cabin windows, the friends found themselves outside, the cabin now nothing more than a dilapidated ruin. The cursed winter night had come to an end, and the town of Northbridge, shrouded in an eerie calm, held its secrets tightly. The friends, shaken and forever changed, made their way back to the town, the memories of that cold December night etched into their minds. Northbridge, however, remained a quiet sentinel in the wintry landscape, its haunted history continuing to lure unsuspecting souls into the depths of its chilling mysteries. The small village of Frosthaven was known for its enchanting winter beauty, with snow-covered rooftops and twinkling lights adorning every house. However, beneath the picturesque facade lurked a chilling tale that unfolded every December, sending shivers down the spines of the villagers. A group of 4 friends, drawn by the allure of Frosthaven's wintry charm, decided to spend their holiday break in an old rustic cottage on the outskirts of the village. The cottage, surrounded by ancient pine trees and nestled near a frozen lake, seemed like the perfect setting for a cozy winter getaway. Little did they know that Frosthaven held secrets that would turn their holiday into a nightmarish ordeal. As the friends settled into the cozy cottage, laughter and warmth filled the air. A crackling fire in the hearth illuminated the room, casting dancing shadows on the wooden walls. Outside, the snow fell gently, creating a serene blanket that cloaked the village in a peaceful stillness. As night descended, the friends gathered around a table to play a vintage board game they discovered in the cottage. The game, seemingly innocent, was said to have been a favorite pastime for the families who once lived there. As the friends rolled the dice and moved their pieces, the atmosphere took an eerie turn. The lights flickered, and the room temperature plummeted. Outside the windows, the once still snow began to swirl in strange patterns. Unsettled but determined to enjoy their vacation, the friends dismissed the odd occurrences as mere coincidences. As the clock struck midnight, the friends heard distant whispers in the wind, carrying tales of a ghostly figure that roamed the frozen lake. Intrigued, they decided to venture outside, wrapped in scarves and jackets, their breath visible in the frosty air. The frozen lake glistened under the moonlight as the friends cautiously approached. The whispers grew louder, and a faint figure appeared in the distance, gliding gracefully over the ice. Fear gripped the friends as they realized they were witnessing a spectral presence, a ghostly entity trapped in the perpetual cold of Frosthaven. In an attempt to communicate with the ghost, they spoke aloud, their words hanging in the frigid air. The ghostly figure, though silent, beckoned them to follow. The friends, now entwined in a web of curiosity and trepidation, ventured further onto the frozen lake, guided by the mysterious spirit. The ice beneath them groaned, echoing the ghostly wails of winters long past. Suddenly, the ghostly figure vanished, leaving the friends disoriented on the desolate lake. Panic set in as they struggled to find their way back to the cottage, the once familiar surroundings now transformed into a labyrinth of shadows. As they stumbled through the snow-covered trees, the friends realized they had entered a realm where time seemed to stand still. Whispers of forgotten stories and ancient curses filled the air, blending with the haunting cries of the wind. The village of Frosthaven, it seemed, held a dark secret that bound the living and the dead in an eternal dance. In their quest to unravel the mysteries of Frosthaven, the friends stumbled upon an ancient burial ground hidden deep within the forest. The graves, marked by weathered tombstones, told tales of families torn apart by a curse that condemned them to an eternity of winter solitude. Realization struck the friends as they understood the connection between the spectral figure on the frozen lake and the tragic history of Frosthaven. The village, cursed by an ancient pact, demanded an annual sacrifice to appease the spirits and maintain its enchanted facade. Determined to break the curse, the friends embarked on a perilous journey to the heart of Frosthaven. Armed with newfound knowledge and the weight of responsibility, they faced the spectral guardian in a final confrontation. The ghostly figure, though filled with sorrow, acknowledged their quest and revealed the ritual needed to lift the curse. As the friends carried out the ritual, the air crackled with energy, and the temperature rose, melting the icy grip that held Frosthaven in perpetual winter. The once frozen lake thawed, and the village emerged from its enchanted slumber, revealing the vibrant colors of a long-awaited spring. The friends, exhausted but victorious, watched as Frosthaven transformed before their eyes. The village, once haunted by the ghosts of its past, now stood bathed in the warm glow of a new beginning. As they left the village behind, the friends felt the weight of the winter horror story lift from their shoulders, replaced by the promise of hope and renewal. Frosthaven, now free from the curse, became a beacon of resilience, a testament to the enduring spirit that can thaw even the coldest of hearts. The friends, forever changed by their chilling adventure, carried the tale of Frosthaven's redemption with them, a story to be shared around firesides on cold December nights, a reminder that even in the darkest winter, the warmth of friendship and the courage to confront the unknown can conquer the most chilling of horrors.